for Family Medicine of Lincoln is accepting new patients. Click their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com to schedule your appointment.
WHOW is Central Illinois' Ag Station, and that includes providing farmers information on how the commodity markets close each day and week. I'm Todd Gleason from Illinois Public Media, University of Illinois Extension, inviting you to hear the daily closing market report weekday afternoons at 5:06, and on Saturdays tune in for Commodity Week with a review of the week's markets at 8:30 in the morning, all on WHOW, AM, FM, and streamed online.
Chip Flory here, the host of AgriTalk, the nation's longest-running agriculture talk show. I'm here to remind our listeners on Central Illinois' agriculture station, WHOW, that you can hear our show weekday mornings from 10 to 11 on WHOW's many platforms. On the Big 1520 across Central Illinois, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County, and now on 106.5 FM in Logan County, and on the WHOW app. AgriTalk on WHOW.
News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Monday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded 8 o'clock newscast. Streaming to Facebook and YouTube, it's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agents in Clinton. DeWitt County Animal Control faces a critical situation at its facility. Tony Harris is the Animal Control Administrator for DeWitt County and indicates the county faces a nearly full facility.
Well, currently we have 12 dogs and 14 cats, and I know my animal control warden, Nicole Sullivan, got, I think, 3 cats adopted out yesterday, and I know Second Chance, our rescue partner, is working on getting a couple of dogs out this weekend. So, yes, 12 dogs and 14 cats, that's pretty much at capacity. Mm-hmm. And I'm not so sure we've ever, well, it's been a year now since I've been in this position. I was given the position last year at the end of October. I don't remember. There were some challenging times, but I don't ever remember having the capacity that we're at now with the dogs and cats.
Harris says it is a sad situation. People are abandoning their pets and they are being recovered by DeWitt County Animal Control. He says when they have information to contact the owners, they aren't getting calls answered or returned.
Well, we're seeing a lot of relinquishments, and not only that, but basically just abandoned dogs. I don't know of any other nicer way to put it, but we've found dogs that have been that we suspect have been dumped. I mean, when we pick up a dog and it goes unclaimed, why is that? I don't know. I mean, there's a couple of cases we know of dogs that have been dumped, and we've contacted the owners and they won't call us back. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Is it because the people can't afford veterinary care, food? I'm just not sure.
If you own an animal but are facing tough times, Harris has some encouragement. While there isn't a lot animal control can do, there are groups in DeWitt County and elsewhere that they can direct you to so you don't have to give up on your pet.
But, one thing now that I said that I can remind the public, there's help out there. The shelter can't provide any kind of help like that, but there's rescues out there like Second Chance for Pets locally that will even help in a financial situation for vet care and things like that. So instead of taking the extreme measure and giving up a dog or dumping a dog, contact the shelter. Again, we can't help in a situation like that, but we can get the person in contact with a rescue group that could help. And it's a good partnership that we have at the shelter with Second Chance, but it's also a good partnership like yourself. Seth, I know that you work with Second Chance and you foster dogs, and without people like yourself, the shelter and Second Chance, we couldn't function, and they were able to help you out with that, but it was a good partnership.
Additionally, to help ease the burden on the shelter, Harris says groups like Second Chance for Pets need help. While they hope more folks would open their homes to foster animals in their transition to a permanent forever home, financial contributions are also a huge help.
And, with that being said, I'd put that out there to the public as well. We need others that can partner with us or Second Chance in fostering this 12 dogs and 14 cats that are currently at the shelter. If we can get them out of the shelter is no place for animals because we're limited staff. We're mindful on the budget, so they don't get out of their kennels very often because we don't have the staff to take them out to play or to walk them. We count on volunteers. We can take volunteers at the shelter as well. Second Chance is always looking for volunteers. But what I'm trying to say is the partnership, like what you currently have with Second Chance, we're looking for partnerships. They can help the public, but the public can also help them. Maybe someone, like you mentioned, can't open their home up for other reasons. Maybe they already have 2 or 3 dogs, but even a little bit of financial help. $25 would be halfway to get a cat spayed or neutered. So, we have a good relationship with a vet that we take basically cats to. He only does cats currently right now. $50 is what he charges to spay or to neuter a cat. So a $25 donation is halfway there to get a cat neutered. Now that's big in DeWitt County because I received lots of calls and emails about the feral cat population, and it's just it's bad, not just in DeWitt County, it's everywhere. They kind of put me on the spot. What are you going to do about this? Well, we're trying. I've put some programs in place to get just this done, but it takes money. We do have a pet population fund that we used all summer long. I don't know for sure. I don't have the numbers in front of me how many cats that we've gotten spayed or neutered, but now Second Chance has taken that over because we are out of funds in that line item. And again, a $25 donation is halfway there to neuter a cat.
Additionally, to help ease Harris announced last week that he will be stepping down as the administrator of animal control, but that will not be effective until the spring. When Piatt County residents head to the polls in a few weeks, they'll be asked to decide on a tax to support a mental health board. Tony Kirkman is the Piatt County Mental Health Center executive director and explains a 708 board would collect a nominal tax and be able to be distributed to qualifying programs in Piatt County.
We recently had a decision by the Piatt County board to allow a question to be placed upon the fall referendum ballot, asking Piatt County residents, would they consider establishing a 708 mental health board? This is a voluntary board that collects a nominal assessed property value that can't exceed 0.15%. And those funds are collected and then allocated by this voluntary board to providers of developmental services, mental health providers, and substance use providers for underfunded or unfunded programs.
The tax is allowed to go as high as 0.15%. Kirkman explains there's quite a challenge at the Piatt County Mental Health Center because they are vastly underfunded by the state of Illinois, and the cost of their services continues to go up.
Yeah, so we do have some state grants through the Department of Human Services, Department of Rehabilitative Services, and some through the Division of Substance Use and Prevention Recovery. So we have a small block grant that allows us to do some things. We do collect fee for service for insurance providers for our mental health. But Seth, about 67% of our consumers on the mental health side have either state or no insurance. In order for us to provide these services, to get these grants, we have to sign an agreement that says that the ability to pay will not discount somebody from being able to receive services. So many times we're taking consumers where we're taking a financial loss. And that wasn't as bad when the funding, about 8 to 9 years ago, there was a grant that would help cover the supplemental loss for Medicaid. And there was a grant that was out there to cover psychiatric services in a rural population. Mm-hmm. Those grants have been eliminated for the past 10 years. That left a $140,000 hole in our operations that the state of Illinois used to supplement. Mm-hmm. That is the primary reason why we're going to voters in Piatt County, is to provide mostly for psychiatric care, because I didn't know if you're aware of this, but only 45% of Illinois counties have an in-person psychiatrist.
The need for is apparent in Piatt County as it continues to show people young and old utilize the services of the Piatt County Mental Health Center. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is the voice of the Eastern Illinois University Panthers, Mike Brad, inviting all of our fans from Peoria to the Indiana state line to listen for Panther football again this fall on WHOW's many platforms on AM, FM, and streamed online. EIU Panther football is part of WHOW's great weekend sports programming schedule, including a Best of Clinton Maroon sports broadcast and CBS Sports Radio. We'll bring you every Panther game start to finish right here on Central Illinois' news, agriculture, and sports station, WHOW. Share 55. With SRN Sports, I'm Andrew Stewart. Sunday's NFL winners, the Kansas City Chiefs, extend their season-opening winning streak by whipping the San Francisco 49ers. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes is known for his passing abilities, but a pair of key running plays sealed the Chiefs' win over the San Francisco 49ers 28-18. Mahomes uncorked a career-high 33-yard run to set up his own one-yard touchdown on fourth down early in the fourth quarter.
The O-line stepped up and we were able to run it down there, and we found a way to get in the end zone. And when you get in the end zone, you get points on the board. Now it's about cleaning up the turnovers. I think if we do that, we can start hitting our stride.
Mahomes finished with 154 yards passing, but with 2 interceptions. I'm Greg. Sunday's other football winners include Jacksonville, Buffalo, and Green Bay. This is SRN Sports. Sunday's WNBA winners, the New York Liberty, win their first championship ever.
The Liberty have the first WNBA championship in their 28-year history after outlasting the Lynx in Game 5, 67-62 in overtime. Brianna Stewart shot just 4 for 15 from the field, and Sabrina Ionescu was 1 for 19, but Stewart hit 2 free throws in the closing seconds of regulation and iced the title with 2 foul shots in OT.
To be able to bring a championship to New York, first ever in franchise history, it's an incredible feeling, and I literally can't wait to continue to celebrate with the city because I know it's gonna be bonkers.
She finished with 13 points and 15 rebounds. I'm Dave Ferry.
Sunday's hockey winners, Winnipeg, Los Angeles, and Colorado. And Oregon becomes the 4th team this season to lead the AP Top 25 college football poll. With sports, I'm Andrew Stewart.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. Illinois is up to number 20 in this week's AP Top 25 college football poll after its win over now unranked Michigan Saturday. Oregon became the 4th team this season to have the top spot in the AP college football poll, moving into the top spot on Sunday for the first time in 12 years after Texas lost at home to Georgia. The Illini will play the top-ranked Ducks for the first time, and the first time that they have played a top-ranked opponent since 2007. They won 28-21 at Ohio State that year. Vanderbilt made its first appearance since the 2013 season at number 25, and the defending national champion Michigan Wolverines fell out of the poll after a second straight loss to drop to 4-3. Unbeaten Oregon followed its 1-point home win over Ohio State with its first road shutout in 32 years, a 35-0 rout of Purdue, and received 59 of 61 first-place votes. Georgia, which has won 3 straight since their loss to Alabama, made a 3-spot jump to number 2 on the strength of its 30-15 win at previously number 1 Texas. The Bulldogs got the other 2 first-place votes. Number 3 Ohio State and number 4 Penn State were idle Saturday and held their spots. Texas dropped to number 5, and Georgia, after Georgia, held its 28 points under its scoring average. Miami Peterson and signed McManus Wednesday, trusting the 33-year-old veteran's reliability. McManus has made over 90% of his career field goal attempts from less than 50 yards, while Narveson had gone 12 of 17 without attempting any from beyond 49. Houston's Joe Mixon ran for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns on 25 carries. Connie Fairbairn was 3 of 3 on field goal attempts and put the Texans ahead by making a 35-yarder with 1:44 left. C.J. Stroud finished 10 of 21 for a career-low 86 yards and was sacked 4 times in a game that had 7 lead changes. Houston nearly pulled off what would have been a remarkable victory considering all the players the Texans were missing. They did not have 5 defensive starters, with tackle Mario Edwards Jr. serving a suspension, linebackers Azeez Al-Shir and Henry Tuotuo, cornerback Kamari Lassiter, and safety Jimmy Ward were all out with injuries. Houston played without injured receivers Nico Collins and Robert Woods, as well as punt returner and receiver Steven Sims. Houston was seeking its first 4-game win streak since 2018 when the Texans won 9 in a row. The emotions of the game were evident even before the opening kickoff as Texans receiver Stephon Diggs exchanged words and shoves with Packers cornerbacks Jerry Alexander and Keyshawn Nixon. The Texans would build a 19-14 lead by halftime, scoring 16 points off 3 Packers turnovers. Josh Jacobs put the Packers ahead midway through the third quarter when he got his first career NFL touchdown catch on the 6th-year pro's 212th overall reception. Jacobs had the NFL record for most career catches without a touchdown reception, but the Packers went 3 and out on their next 3 possessions, allowing the Texans to come back again on Fairbairn's last field goal. Green Bay trailed 22-21 when it got the ball at its own 30 with 1 timeout remaining. The Packers were at midfield when Jordan Love hit Romeo Dubes for a 13-yard gain. An offside penalty on Houston's Will Anderson brought the Packers 5 yards closer after a 6-yard completion from Love to Dubes got Green Bay to Houston's 26. The Packers called a timeout with 3 seconds left to set things up for McManus. Packers linebacker Quay Walker left in the first half to be evaluated for a concussion after teammate Kingsley Enagbari's leg inadvertently hit him in the head at the end of a play. The Packers visit the Jaguars in Jacksonville Sunday. Knocked out of the playoffs last week, Joey Logano seized on his reversal of fortune to become the first driver locked into NASCAR's championship finale. Logano was below the cut line and eliminated from the 8-driver field when he left Charlotte Motor Speedway last Sunday. But when Alex Bowman's car failed post-race inspection, Bowman was disqualified and Logano was reinstated into the playoff field. The only 2-time Cup champ in the playoff field, Logano passed Daniel Suarez with 5 laps remaining Sunday for his 4th career victory at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It was the 2nd win of the playoffs for Logano, and the Team Penske driver makes the first one locked into the winner-take-all Final Four at Phoenix Raceway next month. He needed a massive fuel-saving effort to win. Logano had to hold off pole sitter Christopher Bell, who led a race-high 156 laps over the closing 2 laps. A late pit stop put Bell 30 seconds behind Suarez and was cruising in his Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, trying to run down Suarez when Logano got to him first. Bell did not have enough to catch Logano and finished .662 seconds back. Suarez, who was eliminated from the playoffs last week, finished 3rd in a Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. William Byron of Hendrick Motorsports was 4th as he attempts to qualify for the championship race for a 2nd straight year. Byron was followed by teammate Bowman in 5th, and then Gibbs driver Martin Truex Jr., who was eliminated from the playoffs in the first round in his final full-time NASCAR racing. finished in playoff drivers, that is, finished in the top 10. Kyle Larson, winner of 2 straight at Las Vegas, as well as last week at Charlotte, came from 2 laps down to finish 11th. He was the top-seeded driver at the start of Sunday and is now in 3rd in the standings behind Logano and Bell. The remaining 3 playoff drivers had terrible days as reigning Cup champ Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, and regular season champ Tyler Reddick were all collected in the same early crash. Logano is locked into the championship race while Bell, Larson, and Byron are above the cut line. Hamlick, Reddick, Blaney, and Elliott are below the elimination mark with 2 races remaining in the round. Reddick rolled his car early to drop into a deep playoff hole. Reddick, who had just won the first stage to pick up 10 bonus points, was involved in a multi-car wreck moments after the start of the second stage. The Toyota from 2311 Racing made contact with Elliott to trigger the crash. NASCAR goes to Homestead Miami Speedway next Sunday for the middle race of the round of 8. Bell is the defending race winner. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Here's Clinton Save-A-Lot owner Dave Jackson on fighting inflation 2024.
We are very strategic about our pricing. The other thing is you almost never have to wait to get checked out. On top of that, we don't make you be the cashier either. We try to make sure in order to